Okay, now the topic is bistable multivibrator. It consists of two stable states. So bi means two, so it consists of two stable states. So here there is no quasi-stable states. That means here we need to apply, to move from one state to another state, we need to apply the trigger pulse. So initially it is in one stable state, it is in one stable state. If trigger pulse is applied, then it moves to second stable state. If again trigger pulse is applied, then again it comes to first stable state, and so on. So whenever we are applying trigger pulse, it moves to one stable state to another stable state. So now coming to circuit diagram. So we already know that to get two states, so we are using two transistors Q1 and Q2. So here the two transistors are connected in common emitter configuration. So that is shown in figure. So common emitter is grounded in both the transistors. At the inputs are applied at base terminals and outputs are taken at the collector terminals. The output of Q1 is Vc1, the output of Q2 is Vc2, and at base terminals we are applying the triggering pulse. So this is the triggering pulse. So now see what is the operation. So initially I am applying triggering pulse at base of the Q1, that is VB1. So when we are triggering base of Q1, what happened? This transistor becomes on. So when this transistor becomes on, automatically what happened? Vc1 becomes Vcsat, that is minus 0.2 volts. So it switch off the Q2. So initially Q1 is on and Q2 is half. So Q2 is in half and Q1 is on up to where until applying the next triggering pulse. Now I am applying next triggering pulse at Q2. Now what happened? Q2 is switched on. Okay, then what happened? Vc2 becomes 0.2 volts. It is applied to base of the Q1. Therefore what happened? It is switched off. So now Q2 is on and Q1 is off. Again, if you want to switch on the Q1, again we have to apply the trigger pulse. So this is the operation of bistable multivibrators. So whenever we need to switch on the transistor, we have to apply the trigger pulse. So if you are not applying trigger pulse, it is remains in off state. Okay, when it is in remains in half, then Q2 will remains in on. Okay. So this is the operation of bistable multivibrator. Here I am explained how to generate this trigger pulse. Okay, if you observe this figure, it is a sharp pulse. Okay, this can be obtained by the circuit of differentiator, nothing but high pass circuit with rectifier circuit. Okay, here I am applying square waveform for the RC high pass circuit. If the time constant of this one is very low, then we are getting spikes at the output. This is spikes. So here we are getting both positive and as well as negative spikes. Then we are applied to a diode. Then what happened? It acts as a rectifier. Therefore it allows only a positive half cycles, such that we are getting positive half cycles. So this is how we are generate the triggering pulse. Now coming to again bistable multivibrator operation. So when our power is switched on, so let us consider we are first applying trigger pulse to Q1, then Q1 is on, Q2 is off. When Q1 is on, so here I am taking the triggering pulse. So let us assume that it varies with respect to t, and the trigger pulse I am applying at VB1 for Q1. So the output we are getting as Vc1. Okay, at that time what happened? When I am applying trigger pulse, initially I am applying triggering pulse like this. Okay, so here I am applying triggering pulse, and here I am applying one more triggering pulse. So this is the triggering pulses. So now what happened? So when applying, we are applying VB1. Then what happened? The transistor Q1 is on. So the transistor Q1 is on. So when the transistor Q1 is on, what is the output at Q1? It is Vcsat. So we are getting VCE sat. So that is 0.2 volts. Okay, up this moment what happened? We are not having any voltage at VB2. We are not having any voltage at VB2. So this is VB2. But up to this point, so VB2 is 0. Up to this point, what about Q2? The Q2 is off. So when Q2 is half, what is the voltage across? Voltage at collector of Q2, that is plus VCC. So we are getting, so this is VC2. So this also varies with respect to T. So I am taking here, it is plus VCC. So now the value is plus VCC. So this is VC. VCE1 is at VCE sat and VC2 is at plus VCC. Now what happened? So here I am applying trigger pulse for transistor T2. So the trigger pulse I am taking here. So for differentiations, the transistor I am. So at this instant what happened when we are applying VB2, that means trigger pulse at the base of the transistor 2, then what happened? The base Q2, the transistor Q2 is on. When the transistor Q2 is on, what happened to VCE2? It falls down to VCE sat. It falls down to VCE sat. At this time what happened? VC1 and rises to VCC. It rises to VCC. Okay. Again what happened when we are applying pulse at triggering pulse at base of the transistor Q1? Again Q1 is, so here Q2 is on and Q1 is off. So here I am regularly start Q1 on. Whenever we are applying trigger pulse at base of the Q1 on. Whenever we are applying trigger pulse at base of Q2, then Q2 will be on. So Q2 on. So here Q1 on. So the same way, when Q1 on, it becomes VC sat. When Q2 on, the voltage across Q1 becomes VCC. So it is off. And same way here also we are getting opposite waveform. Why? Because both the transistors are complement to each other. So this is the output we are getting. So is it clear? So here there is no time constants or time period. So here it is used as, so always it generates the ones and zeros. So when it is 0, it is 1. It's 0, 1. So here also it is 1, 0, 1, 0. So it produces two states, low state and high state. Low state and high state. It produces two stable states. Therefore it used as a flip-flop. So bistable multivibrator has two states, low state and high states. Therefore it is used as a flip-flop. So that's all about